Friday, August 9th. What is it? I don't even know what it is. I want to say 9th. It's 8th. Today's Friday, August 8th. And I should have known that because I've got something to show you. And it's 7:45 a.m. 66 degrees. 96% humidity. And it looks like we've had a shower. The road's wet. But it's not raining now. So I'm going to see if I can get a good parking place today. Maybe, maybe not. I've been lucky this week, so we'll see if it happens again. There's a car in front of me, so he'll probably get the good ones. Maybe he's just sitting someone out. We'll have to see. Oh, they're leaving though, but they're just sitting out here like they're, you know. That one's blocking a space. So I guess I'll have to sit here for a minute and wait for one of them to leave. So anyway, while I sit here and wait, I'll talk a little bit about BillE. So I put up a post saying that, you know, we were trying some medicine, and we are. And I was able to give it to him this morning, the antibiotic that he needs. And so my coworker just pointed, there's another one down here. So I got even closer. Thank you, Tracy. I'm not going back in because I may leave today a little early. All right, let's talk about what I was talking about with BillE. Okay, he gave him a steroid shot, and he gave him his first dosage of antibiotic, and then I gave the second one this morning. It's one a day. He told me that we're going to treat it as a bacterial infection and go from there. Now, he also gave him some kind of shot yesterday to, I guess, stop the diarrhea. I guess like Imodium. I want to say it's Albon, or that may be the antibiotic. I probably got the receipt here. No, that ain't it. Well, anyway, y'all know what I mean. I don't, just ignore what I said. All I know is he gave him a shot for the steroid, and then he gave him, it wasn't a shot, it was medicine by mouth for the diarrhea, and then the first day of antibiotics, and then I gave him the second day of antibiotics today. And we'll do that now for 8 more days. And so far, so good. No loose stools, anything like that. He seems to be okay. Now, he's not, you know, I didn't try to play with him today. I did pet him, and, you know, he did follow me to the bathroom and all that good stuff like he normally does. He is eating. I left him down just not as much dry as I normally do, but I did leave him down some dry. And then I gave him some boiled chicken this morning. He ate that fine. Now, yesterday when I left, I had left him some boiled chicken, but he did not eat it. So, for whatever reason, he didn't eat it. But he is eating now. And he did come in the bed last night and didn't stay long, but he did jump up there. I woke up a couple of times and he was there on the pillow beside of me. But as I said, he didn't stay. He left. But at least he's coming in there. And, you know, I feel like he's got the energy to jump up. But never did I feel like he was dehydrated or anything like that, because he always drinks plenty of water, and he's been eating. He's never not been eating. Okay, now, there was some things he mentioned to me that if this doesn't work, that did scare me, but I'm not going to go there right now. Just rather not go there until it has to. So let's just hope that this does its job and everything gets better, and we'll forget all about this ever happened. All right, trying to get my water in. Okay, now the next portion of this video is going to be sponsored by City Beauty, and I did not receive any money to do the video, but they did send me the product, so the product was gifted to me. As you know, I am an affiliate with City Beauty, have been now for about 3 years. I love their products, and they are always in my rotation of skincare. Now, a couple years ago, they discontinued the cleanser they had for whatever reason, and they have now come out with a new cleanser called Gentle Glow Nourishing Cleanser. Clarify and Restore. And I do have a magnifying glass here in case I can't see, but I think their writing is pretty good that I can see it. So we're going to talk about what it says on the bottle, and then I'm going to tell you my experience. Gently remove makeup and impurities for a smoother, brighter appearance. Gentle Glow Nourishing Cleanser is a lightweight cleansing solution that removes dirt, oil, makeup, and other microbiome and cream. Well, maybe I do need this. Okay. Makeup and other impurities to help balance the skin's microbiome and create a visibly softer, smoother appearance. Its gel-like formula infuses the skin with hydration to reveal a healthy, glowing complexion without stripping away its natural oils. And I do agree 100% with that. Of course, there is no parabens, no minerals, no phthalates, and no sulfates for anybody that has issues with those. Now, I would have more issues with the sulfates, but that's just me. And it says it's a lightweight jelly cleanser. You get 5 ounces in this. And during this introduction, it is 25% off. All the codes and link will be linked below. Of course, it's affiliate link, which means I'll make commission. And that's what it looks like. It's a clear gel. And I'm going to put this water on it so you can see exactly what happens. Now, I don't want to pour it all over me. Let's get it in focus here. Oh, well, I did pretty good. All right, here we go. We're rubbing it in, and you see it turns into a milky texture. And the more water you put on, the more you're likely to see a little bit of lather, but not crazy. So therefore, because you're not getting crazy lather, I mean, it feels almost like a cream. And even if I don't take this off, it feels almost like a lotion. Now, for that reason, if you wear long-wearing makeup, you know, you're probably going to have to cleanse your face twice, which sometimes I cleanse my face 4 times. So it depends. So I'm just going to wipe it off with this rag, cloth, whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry, I said rag. That's probably a bad thing to say, but that's what it is to me. Anyway, this bottle doesn't have the ingredients on it, but I do know it has salicylic acid in there, which salicylic acid will help to loosen any kind of, as they say, dirt, grime. And also, if you've got some dead skin hanging on, that's going to help to melt that dead skin away. And also, salicylic acid is good for your pores. So if you have large pores, that will be another thing. It will help to make those pores less visible. Now, don't let anybody tell you you can shrink your pores. You cannot. Your pores are your pores. You can only make them less visible to the naked eye. And by doing that, you keep them clean. You keep them clean. Now, I've been using this maybe 2 weeks now. I think I've had it 2 weeks. Love it. I have a feeling this is going to be in my rotation of cleansers that I use, because this one, especially in the morning, it's great. One and done. Don't have to worry about it. And I know that I'm using the salicylic acid to help, I'm constantly trying to turn over my skin, and because I want that dead skin gone, some of it's always hanging on, and that's why you need acids in your cleanser or something that's helping to melt that stuff away, because that's what causes texture. That's what causes your makeup to look bad. is when you have texture and, like I said, dead skin, other things hanging on that you're not actually cleansing off your skin. That's why I say one of the most important steps is cleansing. And there's some people will say you don't need to cleanse in the morning if you cleansed at night. I disagree, because during the night, that skin is trying to turn over, and you're going to, you know, you need to cleanse to help get rid of that. I hate to keep saying dead skin, but that's what it is. So I appreciate City Beauty for sending this to me. I do recommend it. And remember, City Beauty is luxury beauty, so you're not getting booty. City Beauty is luxury beauty, so all I'll say is that you're not going to be able to get this at the drugstore or Walmart. Now they do have some products on Amazon, and they do have some products on TikTok, and I'm sure this will be all over TikTok this weekend. And I'm sure they used to have products in Neiman Marcus, but I don't think they sell them at Neiman's anymore. Anyway, it is mostly an online business, but they cater to women over 45 is my belief. I don't know if they actually say that, but my belief is if you look at their influencers that they go to, they're going after the over 45 woman. Now, their lip products, of course, any age can wear. And I'm not saying that there's not any age can use this skincare, but I believe it's geared toward women over 40, 45, and up. So thank you again. Thank you for listening to me with this product. So now we're going to move on, and we're going to do some chit chat on some people that I've been watching. I mean, I'm not going to say I've been watching every minute of them, but I run across a guy today called Losing It, and he's lost 80 pounds. He's doing it the plant-based way. You know, he first started out, and he had 10 reasons what he did before he ever started dieting. And I'm thinking, this is just too much for me. You know, I could think of 5 reasons, but 10 reasons, I mean, they all made sense. So I get it. And he started out over 300 pounds, so he has a lot of weight to lose. You know, in the scheme of things, 50 pounds is what I want to lose. So that's not near, 150. What? Well, that's not really what. I think 125 maybe is what he wants to lose. I'm not sure what he started with. I know he said that the weight that the weight chart said was 180. So I'm assuming if he's 6 foot, he's taller than you know who. But anyway, I'm just doing that for comparison. I'll link his channel below, because for those of you that want to do plant-based, he might be a good source. Also, his wife is a health coach, so of course she could help him. And he admitted in school to become a health coach. You know, the health coaches are going to be out there a dime a dozen. All I know is if you want to hire a health coach online, make sure you're hiring the right person. Make sure that they're not just scamming you. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like this man wasn't, but I don't know him, so I can't recommend him. It was the first video I ever watched, but he seemed very knowledgeable. And I will say this, he does talk about religion. He is, what I feel, a Christian or a very spiritual, religious person. So you're going to hear some Bible verses in there, and if that offends you or you don't want to hear it, then don't watch him. Okay. Now, carpetbagger. And I know there's a lot of people talk about carpetbagger. I'm one of those new people who just started talking to him. Started watching him, start talking about him. And I don't talk about him much. He's not really my cup of tea, but I also see why people like to talk about it. He travels a lot. You know, he's in I don't know what kind of community. I guess it's the travel community or the Adam Wu community. I mean, that's where, if you start following Adam Wu, you'll start going down this road of some of these travel channels. And he just got engaged. Anyway, he was talking about Priceline was a ripoff, or he was never using them again. And, all I can say about those travel websites is know what you're doing. Now, I used a travel website for my booking at Pigeon Forge. Not going to get upset about it. I mean, if something happens, it's my own fault. Anytime you're booking through a third-party agent, you're going to have, you may have an issue, you may not. But the chances of you being able to get your money back, unless it is spelled right there in front, when you book it, chances are you're not going to. Now, the one I booked with is in the Priceline family. But Priceline is geared toward the people really wanting a bargain at the last minute. It's like the last minute travel, or whatever that's called. So you're booking last minute. So I would say that if you don't know that is probably non-refundable and probably not even transferable, then you're stuck in a tunnel, I guess. So anyway, what happened was, what gets me is that he kept booking through Priceline. And to me, the first time you got burned, I'd be the last time I used them. I mean, supposedly with Priceline, if you couldn't travel during, when they had the pandemic, because you couldn't travel, or it was really strict on travel, they asked you not to, they didn't give them their money back. I mean, I don't think that's right at all. I would think there's a way you could call your credit card company and get your money back. Now, I don't know if you can, and then again, they may have made an exception for them. But if you keep booking and using that company knowing that chances are you're not going to be able to get a refund, if you have to change it or something, then don't book it. Even with the insurance, I know some of these, they won't give you your money back. Now, from what I understand, Priceline does not really work with the hotels. They're working with third parties. They're working with somebody else who's giving them the block of rooms at the last minute. So, and of course you can use them to book it months in advance, but you won't save any money that way. They'll be the same as everybody else. So my thing is, know what you're getting into with any of these websites, third party. I would suggest using the actually hotel website if you can. Now, I know if you're flying and all that stuff, it's easier to go through a third party. But the one I've used it several times, never had an issue. So we'll see. And I'll tell you later on if I do, but I'm not going to say right now what it is that I used. And let's see, what else did I watch? Of course, Blind Views was on last night live. It was a very interesting live. And of course, someone in there had to mention my name. And they mentioned my name as me saying something. And I have said all along, I did not anyway, what I said was, I did not say any of that. And if those of you that are in the room know what I'm talking about, but I'm not even going to repeat it here because it's not worth repeating. I would never say anything like that unless I knew it to be true. So I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.
Jump into the car on a Friday.